Good evening everyone, my name is Aditya and I am getting trained to become a scientist. So today I am going to talk about today I am going to talk about what do I do in my lab, how do I do it, and why I do it. So answer to the first question is pretty simple. I take protein molecules and I treat them like a spring and I pull them apart. And I do it like one molecule at a time. So the bigger question is, how do I do it? Well, I use this fancy instrument called AFM. Why this is fancy? Because behind this eyepiece, there is a place where I can put this tiny little tip, which is so tiny, like 1,000 times thinner than your hair. And I can use this to pick up only few molecules at a time and I can pull them. So that's how I do it. Well, now the biggest question, why I do it? Protein being a biological entity, why would someone wants to pull it? Well, I can give you my personal answer to it. So let's start from the very beginning. Well, I never liked biology because this diagram used to scare me. How am I going to remember all of these names and their structure and their function? So I never choose biology. I dropped out from the biology in my high school. But something funny happened. If I'm not doing AFM right now in my lab, 90% of time I'm doing biology. I'm either cutting, pasting DNA from one place to another place, or I'm making bacterial cultures. Well, oh, sorry, that's not me, that's me. I'm drawing, so somehow biology chose me. But how did it happen? Well, answer lies in my college days. So I chose chemistry during my undergraduation. And I found that, okay, these molecules, these biological molecules are made up of these organic chemistry textbook. These comes from organic chemistry. And not only lipids, but nucleic acids, which are DNA and RNA, are also part of these chemistry molecules, simple molecules. So, okay, I thought, okay, so maybe biology is not that hard if it can be understood by these 4 classes of simple molecules. Okay, so I started biology again. But I was wrong again because this is an image of nucleus, of human cell nucleus, which is million times magnified, and you can see there's so much crowd and many things are happening. These are so many molecules and life is complicated. Okay, but we can all appreciate the fact that these all molecules are coming together to keep us alive. And what fascinated me a lot, if you remove these darkened area, most of the part are the proteins. If you take a rough estimate, then the dry weight of a cell is 70% of proteins. Okay, and these proteins does all the work inside our body. If you look at this particular molecule, this does very cool job inside our body. It takes proteins from one place to another place. And like these, there are many other proteins which does all the work to keep us alive. And whenever I think of proteins, I think of personality because they comes in different shapes and sizes. And they have their friends, acquaintances, even sometimes enemies as well. But being organic chemistry molecules, how do they do it? They are not conscious. They are not conscious. So the answer lies in their surfaces. If you see, they have these groovy surfaces on them. So whenever, just like key and lock, they have groovy surfaces, they come together, and whenever they come together, they click, and something happens. Just like these protein molecules also have these groovy surfaces, and whenever they come together, they start grooving together, just like these two molecules are grooving together. But sometimes some bad things also happen. For example, there can be heat and heat stress inside our bodies. So what does cell do? It comes with a protein molecule which can save it. So Hello everyone, I am HSP, and whenever there is heat problems, I come and rescue all your proteins from getting melted. But today I have a complaint to you. I do this job day and night, but I don't get anything to do it. Can't I have some dreams? Because since I was born out of my mother ribosome, my father came and decided, okay, you will become a firefighter. मेरा बेटा firefighter बनेगा. And my aunt tRNA named me heat shock protein, so that's why I got this name, HSP. Since then, nobody asked me what do I want to become. Okay, and today also nobody also wants to listen to me. Is there anyone who can listen to me? I am being a scientist. I will listen to you, HSP. Don't worry. I am here. So, what were you saying? Sorry? Sorry, I am not able to hear you, HSP. Can you speak? Okay, sorry. It's little loud, noisy there because there are so many protein molecules all talking together so his noise is not getting audible to me. So we have to find this solution. Okay? Maybe I have a solution. If somehow we can isolate it and we can study in the isolation, then maybe we will be able to study, we will be able to listen to HSP. These techniques are called single molecule techniques. And if you remember from my house slide, AFM is also one of those single molecule techniques. So maybe I can use that to listen to the story of HSP. Maybe then he will be happy. So let me use my single molecule technique. Okay. Now HSP, you are alone and I will listen to your story. Don't worry. So it's not like that I hate my job being a firefighter. It's a noble cause because I can save my fellow proteins. But there is no adventure in it. I want some adventure in my life and I click really good pictures. If you see, I go in wild and I click these really cool pictures. So I want to become a photographer, but I don't know how can I become this photographer. Since I was born, I was given this only job that I can do. I have no idea. Can you give me some idea? Okay, being a scientist, I will help you. So the solution lies in your groovy surfaces. If you remember, if you can change these groovy surfaces a little bit, you can attain a different state. And one state can go to a firefighter, and if you go to a different state, you will become a wildlife photographer, and you will be able to do 2 jobs at a time. You have to just switch these states. That's all. That's all I do in my lab. I take different protein molecules. Just like HSP, there are many protein molecules which wants to share their story. So I go near to them, like very close to them, like literally touching them, and I try to study their different states. As HSP had different states, every protein molecules can have different states. So that's how I study them, and I try to study. So with AFM, I get to witness different states of a single protein molecules, and these are some of the really fascinating story of these proteins. And I am on a journey to study these protein molecules one at a time.